Hello, it's Dominique. I have some tips for you here. You know how expensive those blades for your paper trimmer are? So I found some tricks so that you can extend their life and then don't have to buy as many. So first of all, after you've used your blade for a while on projects, cutting cardstock, and then after a while it gets to be cutting a little rough. Like here, as you can see. Here I didn't press hard, okay? I just went just lightly. You see what it did, okay? So what you can do there is you can use this little kitchen sponge, dish sponge, and you just kind of sand it as if it was wood that you would sand. As you can see, it's nice and strong and smooth here, okay? Another thing you can do, if you see that it starts doing that, what you can do is you can press harder. When you press harder, it doesn't do as much, you see? There's much less. Because the thing is that your blade, the tip of the blade gets to be dull after a while, but you haven't used much of the higher part of the blade. So when you press harder, you go get the highest part of your blade to cut, and it's much nicer. See? Also, if I cut paper, this, I'm going to show you with here. This one's not too bad, but sometimes because you cut paper, or maybe if I cut the one layer, maybe it'll be different. And you cut just the one layer. Oh, not too bad. But after a while, it gets to do the same as that did with the cardstock. So either you start with doing this, or you sand. But because I use my blade higher, it has nothing, because I cut the highest part of my blade. But when it gets dull, and then you have all those little pieces of paper that are torn, you sand them. After a while, this doesn't work. So what I do, when it's really dull, like there's nothing, I'm just tired of sanding everything, it's too much work, takes too much time. So what I do is I put a mark here, and that's to use for my chipboard. So I use for my chipboard. And sometimes it doesn't cut far enough. You just take your paper trimmer and you just cut it. So it cuts the chipboard. So after you have this mark, you keep that for chipboard. And if this one is a little bit too dull for paper, and you get to start a big project with paper and you don't want to tear anything, so you get a new blade and you write P on it. P for paper. So this one is brand new. It's going to cut your paper, really thin paper, really nicely. And after a while, if it doesn't do that really nicely, you can go deeper because you press harder. And when it doesn't work to any good for the paper anymore, then you erase the paper. It becomes the regular for cardstock. And then when it's not cutting cardstock right anymore, you use it for your chipboard. So that's my trick. So hopefully it'll help you, and it'll make you buy less blades. I'm trying to extend the life of my blades because they're so expensive, and it's not fun when you have to pay so much money for projects that are worth a lot for you in your mind, in your heart, but sometimes not that much for other people. So at least you don't pay too much. So that was my tip for today. So hopefully it'll help you extend the life of your blades. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.